Hello students, welcome to the new lecture. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about two topics. They are events or steps in the respiration and breathing. So these are the two topics that we are going to discuss in this lecture. So the first lecture is events or steps in the respiration. Events means what? Events means one after the other. So steps means one by one. So events or steps both are same in the respiration. So in the last class also we have discussed from about few important basic terms. They are respiration, breathing, and so on. So what is meant by respiration? Okay. So what is meant by respiration? Respiration is nothing but utilization of the food material. The respiration leads to the final utilization of the food material. This respiration occurs at a cellular level. Okay, this occurs at cellular level. So here, before respiration, we have to discuss about the breathing. What is breathing? Breathing, okay, is nothing but inhaling and exhaling process. Inhaling means taking air in, exhaling means releasing air out. This is the breathing process. So here the respiration, it is a complex biochemical and physical process. So biochemical and physical process are involved. Physical process includes, so diaphragm helps in the respiration process. It is a physical. And biochemical means the chemical substance, the oxygen is going to combine with the hemoglobin, and that is known as biochemical process. So this is the respiration. And the movement, the breathing means the movement of air into the lungs and out of the lungs. So into the lungs means this is known as inspiration or inhalation. So this is known as into the lungs air. So the air moves into the lungs. Out of the lungs means exhalation, okay, or expiration. So during the expiration, the air will move from the lungs to outside. So that is known as expiration or exhalation. So here the gases exchange at lungs. The gases are going to get exchanged. So when the person breathe air inside, okay, what will happen? The air enters into the lungs, and in the lungs, the gas will get exchanged between alveoli in the lungs and also blood capillaries. So let us consider these are the lungs. Okay, so these are the lungs. So the lungs will have a tube-like structure. They are known as a trachea. So this trachea will divide even branches into branches, and these branches will end with a tiny sac-like structures. These tiny sac-like structures are known as alveoli. So you can see here, this is the alveoli. So the alveoli contains air supply all the time. The air will be supplied all the time. So the air contains more oxygen and also less carbon dioxide. So what happens here? The alveoli is in continuous contact with the blood capillaries. These are the one cell thickness. Okay, so these are the blood capillaries. So here the oxygen is entering into the RBC. RBC contains hemoglobin, and carbon dioxide from the RBC will be released into the alveoli. So this is known as exchanging. Exchanging means carbon dioxide is given into the alveoli and oxygen is taken from the alveoli to the hemoglobin of RBC. So this process is known as exchange. This kind of exchange is occurring at the lung level, that is also between alveoli and also blood capillaries. So we will see what are the blood capillaries and what are the alveoli in coming lectures. Okay, so just now remember, the gas exchange is going to occur between the alveoli in the lungs and also blood, that is nothing but blood capillaries. So next, the gas transport by blood. Okay, here the oxygen will be transported from the blood to the from the blood capillaries to the lungs to the cells of the body. So this blood capillary, again, it is going to turn into a blood vessel. Okay, this blood vessel will move to the tissues, whether it may be leg or heart or whether it may be some other organ. So here the oxygen will be given into the tissues, and the tissues in return, they will provide the carbon dioxide. Again, this carbon dioxide is taken by the blood capillaries, turns into blood vessel and moves towards the heart. Heart pumps the blood towards the lungs, where the blood capillaries are, where the alveoli is present. Okay, so that is the carbon dioxide again brought to the lungs. It means oxygen from the lungs to the body parts, from the body parts carbon dioxide to the lungs, and so on. This process will occur all the time. So gases exchange at the tissue level. Here the gases exchange at the lung level, and here will be gases exchange at the tissue level. Tissues are going to absorb, or tissues are going to take oxygen from the RBC, and in return they will provide carbon dioxide to the RBC. So it is the gases exchange at lung level. This is the gases exchange at the tissue level. Tissue means body parts, tissue of the body parts. Okay, so here the cellular respiration. What is cellular respiration? Cellular respiration is nothing but the process of utilization of oxygen. So these cells, whatever the cells are there, these cells are going to utilize oxygen, and also they will utilize the food. Okay, what is that food material? Example, glucose. They will use the glucose. It means oxygen and glucose is utilized, and to produce what compounds? To produce carbon dioxide plus water. So this carbon dioxide is brought by the blood vessels to the lungs, and this process occurs all the time. So this is known as cellular respiration. Cellular respiration means a biochemical process that occurs inside the cell by utilizing oxygen and also food materials like glucose. So that is known as cellular respiration, that we will discuss in detail in coming lectures. Okay, here you can see the flow chart. In the flow chart you can see the breathing. So what is the breathing? It is nothing but the process of inhaling and exhaling gases, that is known as breathing. So next is the exchange of lungs, gas exchange of lungs. The gases are exchanged at the lungs level. Okay, it means between the alveoli. Okay, between the alveoli to the blood capillaries. So this is known as exchange of gases at lung level. So this gas, this blood is get oxygenated. Okay, oxygenated. What is meant by oxygenated? Oxygenated means the blood is going to have oxygen. RBC is going to have the oxygen. That is known as oxygenated. So again, the transport of blood goes through the here you can see the transport of gas by blood to the tissue level. It means exchange of gases at the tissue level. So next is in the tissue level, the cellular respiration is going to occur. Cellular respiration means, just now we have discussed what cellular respiration is. Okay, it is a utilization of the food material along with the oxygen at the tissue level. So next is the breathing. So breathing is an experiment to prove, okay, presence of carbon dioxide in exhaled air. So in this we have to take the two test tubes. Okay, two test tubes. In the two test tubes, okay, that the pipes are inserted in the two test tubes. What you have seen, there is a lime solution. One is a lime solution, one is the normal water. So one is filled with water, another is filled with a lime water. So insert two test tubes or pipes through the rubber stopper into the bottom of the test tubes and blow air with the mouth. Blow the air with the mouth. So now what will happen? The carbon dioxide is exhaled. Air will react with the lime water and turns into milky white. So let us consider this is the lime water. This lime water will plus carbon dioxide is going to turn into milky white. Okay, milky white. So this is the process. This is a small experiment to identify so whether the oxygen, whether the carbon dioxide is there in the exhaled air or not. Okay. So the air is transported into the lungs and then the microscopic sac like alveoli to the sides of the gas exchange. So the gases will get exchanged between the alveoli and blood vessels vice versa. This is the both reaction process, means forward and backward reaction, forward and backward process like this. Okay. So there is a question in our textbook. What does this experiment indicate? This experiment indicates that the carbon dioxide is liberated during the respiration process. So with the help of experiment that you can show. So which gas turns lime water milky? The carbon dioxide is going to convert the lime water into the milky white appearance. So lime water will combine with carbon dioxide to produce milky white. Okay. So which gas do you might present in the greater quantities in the air? So here the 4% carbon dioxide is there. Okay, 0.03%. 4% means 0.03% in the atmosphere. 16% oxygen, and 78% is the nitrogen. In this way you can see. Okay. So we are also aware of that fact that the water vapor deposits on the mirror if we breathe out on it. Okay, during the respiration the water vapor is released. So that condenses when it is touched to the cold surface. You can see if you blow air onto the cold mirror, so you will see the formation of a frost onto the mirror. So that is due to the condensation of the water vapor onto the mirror. Okay, where does this water vapor comes from? This water vapor is coming from the air we breathe out. It carries some amount of water vapor from the form of water in the form of water vapor. So these are about the questions. I hope this lecture is helpful to you, and we will discuss the next topic in the next lecture. And if you have any doubts, questions or suggestions, feel free to post in the comment section and we will reply to that. Okay.